Today I'm here with our mayor, James Stewart from Temecula, zooming in a meeting as we're all on our social distance order. And we have a few questions for you today, Mayor. So let me know how things are going running a city remotely from your home.
Well, technically, I don't run the city. The mayor is, the city council are policymakers. So our city manager and our city staff are the ones that are actually running the city. And they're basically running it 24/7 right now. I mean, there are so many different changing things coming down every single day. So what was right yesterday is not right today. So I've been on video conference calling with the city manager several times, sometimes several times a day, but usually uh, it's not as intense. I don't really even say that. Um, they're doing a great job. Let me put it that way. I mean, our city staff and city manager are pretty amazing at what they do. So for me personally, it's just been advising him and him being an informational conduit to me to let me know what's happening within the city, our business community, our citizens. And so again, I can't thank our city staff enough for what they're doing.
Great, awesome. So tell us what some of the challenges have been for the city and for the city council.
Well, I think for the city itself, it's just dealing with all these closed businesses and the governor's order to shut down all non-essentials really has put a strain on a lot of families too. I think the community itself is the one that is the most affected by this. Although it seems like the last few days they've really enjoyed their time off, and I've seen a lot of people because I live here in Meadowview, and we have a meadow right behind my head here, and people are out walking, enjoying life. I've seen a lot of families out there together, so it's been but they have been respecting their social distancing. So that's something I have noticed when they come to somebody in the path. Somebody kind of goes out 6 feet into the meadow and then comes back around. So I don't see that as an issue. People out using our trails and just enjoying what now is beautiful weather after the rain.
Great, good ideas. How is the community coming together at a time like this?
Well, I mean, for instance, I had two ladies, actually a nurse and a pharmacist, who is really at the forefront of this whole thing. Um, in their time off, they were baking all day. And so in a Facebook post, they said, "Hey, we bake during times like this. Do you want some banana bread and some cookies?" And of course, I said yes. And so they dropped them off at my front doorstep. They didn't ring the bell or anything. They just left a little note thanking me for being very informational for the community. And so I think it's little things like that. I think you're gonna hear stories probably for who knows how long, of people who after the fact said, "Oh, so and so did this for me," or "So and so brought over this product for me." So I think it is happening quite a bit out there. I just have that personal instance happen to me. So
That's great. I have seen that all over social media and Temecula pulling together and people leaving things at their door. So it's been really good to see.
yeah.
So what are some of the plans the city is working on to get business back to normal once this is all lifted?
Well, that's probably been the hardest thing for the city and the citizens is not working. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of financial pressures out there. So we're just going to be out there supporting businesses, any kind of infrastructure that's necessary for them to get their businesses open as quickly as possible. If there's any needs that they particularly have, we're going to make sure they have them. So those are all needs that are going to happen on the fly. So the city is just based on the way the city staff is handling the situation right now. They're going to have it handled. I mean, they're on top of this like no other. So I think we are going to be ready once we finally get the all clear.
Good to hear. So is there anything else you'd like to share with the residents and the region as a whole?
Yeah. Well, I would say just stay at home if you can. Get outside when you need to, because I mean, I think connecting with nature is one of the most healthiest things we can do, especially in a time like this. And look at my Facebook page, Temecula Stew, because I have a lot of information that comes straight from the city about this pandemic, about what the city wants you to do and not want you to do. I have a lot of helpful hints, even on how to keep your kids busy. So my Facebook page is really a great tool to uh, make it through this. You know, it's difficult, I think, for all of us. We're all cleaning garages. We're all doing yard work like nobody's business. We should have some really nice looking yards at the end of this. But yeah, so it's just let's make it through this. We will get through this. That's the one thing I want to communicate to everybody. There's people who are stressing about their bills. Just don't stress. It'll all take care of itself in the end, because I believe the federal government will come in behind and offer all sorts of programs to kind of soften the blow of this whole thing. So don't stress about stuff like that. Just enjoy your family, enjoy your kids. And then once we get the all clear, we'll all get back to normal and everything will be as it should be.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for taking the time. I guess you have some time now to take and
Yeah.
um, enjoy the outdoors. And I hope the weather holds a little bit. And thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.